Good afternoon, Columbia City. We are so excited to welcome you to another game day here at the ballpark. Zayden?
So here we are, Columbia City, about to face Churubusco. Both teams, the Eagles. And last year, interestingly enough, Churubusco and Columbia City did not face each other due to a rain cancellation. So this will be the first time in 2 years that Columbia City and Churubusco will play each other.
Very good. Very good. As we start up the game, number 11, Brennan Gaff, is going to be hitting first. So let's see how this can play out for us.
Brendan Gaff will be starting shortstop for the Churubusco Eagles. He is a junior and takes first pitch strike.
Very good. Good.
So pitching for Columbia City is number 9, Grayson Bradbury. He's a sophomore this year, and foul tip from Brendan Gaff. He's a sophomore this year, and last year, as a freshman, he even was called up to varsity several times to pitch. So if that tells you anything, this will be a tough game for Churubusco.
No kidding. Yeah, this will be interesting to see, and it's really cool to see such young players playing out here on the field with the varsity team.
All right, Brendan's third pitch, he takes a ball there. Count is 1-2. Grayson from the windup.
Oh.
Foul tip from Brennan Gaff, sorry. Keeping the count at 1-2. On deck is number 6, appears to be Croy Haberstock.
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting to watch the Eagles play. I know on Monday they were able to take home the win in a nice 10-run walk-off from the 5th inning. And then on, what was it? Tuesday? Okay. On Tuesday, then roles were switched
Brendan
there.
Gaff puts the ball into play. Brady Schrader picks it up, throws over to first for the out.
Beautiful. That was beautifully played there.
So number 18, Brady Schrader, plays third base, and he threw it over to number 23, Devin Kreider, for the putout. Number 6, Croy Haberstock, walks up to the plate now. On deck is number 8, Wyatt Marks. Haberstock plays center field, and he is a senior this year.
Very good. Let's see here. Oh.
He takes first pitch strike, which was on the outside edge.
Winding up, and second pitch. Oh.
He takes a low pitch. He swings at it.
Strike.
For his second strike. Count is 0-2 now.
Yeah. This weather that we're having today is just a great way to start out baseball. It's around 50 degrees, I believe. Yep, 52. Sunny and
third pitch curveball for strike 3.
Beautiful.
That had a lot of movement, and
yes.
Haberstock didn't even want to try to swing at it.
No. Up now to bat is number 8, Wyatt Marks. Let's see if Bradbury can do that again. That would be pretty awesome. What a great start to the game. Yeah. Oh, swinging strike. Wow.
It was a really hard swing there. He could have definitely put that one into the outfield if he made good contact with it.
Yes. Second one.
Second pitch was a curveball for strike 2.
Wow, Bradbury's really showing off his arm today, that's for sure. Oh.
Pitch just a little inside. Wyatt Marks had to jump out of the way of it to put the count to 1-2.
Yes.
Swing puts the ball into foul territory on the left side. Brady Schrader was on his way to field it, but it rolled harmlessly over to the Columbia City bullpen. Count is 1-2, 2 outs on the board right now.
Oh.
Just a little outside. It seemed that he held on to that one for a little too long. Count moves to 2-2.
Another ball. Alrighty, getting ready to swing again. Oh, that one was a little out there to the right again, making another ball, bringing us to full count. Alrighty, and now for the a swing and a miss for strike three. Third out. That was a pretty quick top of the first. That was pretty impressive there from Bradbury. Now we are going to switch off here, and the Eagles, Columbia City Eagles, will be batting now.
So the first three players from Churubusco struck out, but as Churubusco makes their way onto the field, taking a look at their players, number 11, Brendan Gaff, plays shortstop. Number 6, Croy Haberstock, plays center field. Number 8, Wyatt Marks, plays third base. Number 9, Mason Young, plays second base. Number 29, Warner Ott, is pitching. Number 3, Ethan Hartsock, plays left field. Number 25, Brant Skinner, is catching. Number 22, Luke Brown, playing right field. Number 14, Gavin Hart, DHing for number 12, Corbin Ladig, who is playing first base.
Yeah. And actually, that first out was a caught ball and getting him out there on first base, and the last two were strikeouts. So, but still, a very impressive first half of the inning there for the Columbia City Eagles. It can get a little bit confusing today, seeing as the Churubusco Eagles are Eagles as well. So, definitely a little bit more confusion, but that is just fine because we will make it work.
Now, while we have a little time here, we're going to look at Columbia City's lineup. Leading off is number 4, James Getz, who played second base. Number 2, batting second, number 9, the pitcher, Grayson Bradbury. Batting third, number 18, Brady Schrader, who made that third baseman play. Batting fourth, number 6, Landon Iden, who is in center field. Batting fifth, number 8, Coleman Clark, who's playing shortstop. Batting sixth, number 11, Drew Vanderford, who is in right field. Number 23, who's batting seventh, Devin Kreider, who played first base and got the put out. Batting eighth, number 7, Eli Platt, who was catching. And batting ninth, number 2, Keegan Spencer, who played left field.
Yes, so James Getz takes the plate and is getting ready. See what we can do here. Alrighty. Getz is a junior and has had quite a few seasons now with the Eagles.
Takes first pitch inside.
So, he's definitely a more experienced baseball player.
Second pitch, foul tips it right over the booth. Count moves to 1-1 now. So Columbia City looking to bounce back from Tuesday's game where they unfortunately got 13-0'd by Carroll. James takes third pitch for ball 2. They got 13-0'd by Carroll, which was completely unfortunate. But as we move on from that, Columbia City looking to bounce back when they had a strong season opener.
Right, and Getz just took a third ball there, so 3-1 is the new count. Yes, and they started out really strong there on Monday, so...
He tips it way up into the air over the foul side for first baseman and just out of his reach.
Misses. So that'll be strike 2 there, so we have moved to full count now.
Number 12, Corbin Ladig, was on pursuit of it, but it was just out of his reach.
Yep. So...
Count moves to full. James swings, puts it into play. Shortstop errors. He bobbles it and gets safe at first.
Wow, he really moved there. Beautiful.
So on his way to the plate now, number 9, Grayson Bradbury.
He was our pitcher there in the top of the first. He's who got us out there pretty quickly and pretty well. So let's see what he can do here at the plate.
So Getz taking his lead, looking to steal second like usual, but
Oh, and
pitcher picks off number 12. Ended up bobbling it.
Bo's having a hard time right now getting that ball in his glove properly. So hopefully he can get that worked out here pretty soon, for his sake. Oh, Getz takes off to second base. And
Getz makes his way to second base,
safe.
and Grayson Bradbury ended up getting hit by that
wow.
last pitch.
So Bradbury takes it to first and gets on second. Brady Schrader steps up to plate, number 18. We'll see what he can do. With Getz now in scoring position, if Brady can even just get a one-base hit, that would be pretty good. Getz is already leading off the second base. They're prepared
Brady
to.
Schrader takes first pitch strike, and a
no.
little mix
Come on, come on,
up.
come on.
He's safe.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Bradbury
So,
headed there to second when Schrader went to hit the ball, and he had to then turn around and head back to first when Getz ended up staying on second. And number 12 caught the ball, but didn't get to the base quick enough, and Bradbury made it there first and is now safe.
yes, so as the pitch came in, it bounced off the catcher's chest plate, and Getz wanted to go to third, but the catcher picked it up very quickly.
There, and then number 25, the catcher for the Churubusco Eagles, just fumbled the ball during that pitch, allowing Getz to move up to third and Bradbury to move to second. So now we have two in scoring position. This is a great spot for them to be. Oh. And that last pitch puts Schrader at a 2-1 count, still with 0 outs. So let's see if they can take this home. Alrighty. That will be
ball 3.
Yep. Alrighty. Schrader is ready here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. Popped that up. Schrader just popped that one up right there. So let's see if... Oh, and pitcher number 29, Warner Ott, just tried to get it and missed it. So that will be a foul ball for the second strike with a now full count. Schrader makes his way back to the plate. Getz still on third, and Bradbury still on second.
So count moves to full here for Brady Schrader. He's in danger of being the first out, but let's see what he does. Walked. Bases are loaded for cleanup hitter number 6, Landon Iden, walking up to the plate.
Very good.
Landon Iden.
Alrighty. Wow, they are really playing some good game today. Really trying to make that big comeback from Tuesday's game. Oh boy.
Swing and a miss for the first pitch from Iden.
After Iden, number 8, Coleman Clark is getting ready to prepare. Getting a few practice swings in here. Let's see. And
Ooh, that second pitch looked a little high, but I guess the catcher framed it right where Blue wanted it, and that moves on to strike 2. Third pitch on its way in.
Oh.
Curveball, foul tipped. Iden stays alive.
Very good, very good. Yeah, even just walking him would send somebody home, put the Eagles on the Columbia City Eagles on the board, which is exactly what we're looking for right now. So it'll be pretty interesting here.
Fourth pitch on its way in.
Oh, and
almost
he has
hit.
to dodge out of the way.
Takes
his first
another ball.
Alrighty, he's preparing up again. Let's see what he can do here. Oh,
Swings
tips
at
it
a
off.
high ball, but
Yep, so that'll be a foul.
count stays at
keeping
1 and
him-
2.
Keeping him in the game. We have our little ball boy coming out here to pick it up.
So
How fun.
gets on third, Bradbury on second, Schrader on first. If Iden were to hit a double here,
Oh,
unfortunately,
swing
swings
and a
and a
miss.
miss.
Struck out there. That will
number
be your
8,
Eagles' first out.
number 8, Coleman Clark on his way up to bat now.
Coleman Clark.
Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but Clark is actually new to Columbia City this school year, so it's pretty fun to see him getting into the sports area with some of his new teammates, and just exciting to see where he can go this season.
Takes first pitch ball, so what Columbia City's looking for here is at least a double that would give them the chance to score Getz and Bradbury, and depending on where the double is, even Schrader here.
Ooh. That would be ball 2 there for Coleman Clark. So, even just a walk would get Getz home, and that's a great start to the game there, just getting us on the board. Oh, swing and a miss. That would be, moves the count to 2-1 for Clark.
Looking at Coleman's recent swing there, it's like what a lot of coaches preach, and that's being like a spring when you twist your hips to hit. And that is scary because I have seen hitters in the past be like that and hit home runs.
Yeah, now's the perfect time to hit a home run with the bases loaded.
Yeah, so
We love a grand slam.
Coleman Clark could definitely get one in the outfield here
Oh, wow.
if
He just took another huge swing, making it full count. So,
full count with 1 out on the board. Coleman needs to play smart baseball here and hit anything that's close. Just making sure he makes contact here, but he takes ball 4 and is on his way down to
walks.
first.
That moves
James
Getz
Getz
to
walking
the
into home.
plate. Beautiful. And that puts your Columbia City Eagles officially on the board with a 1-0 lead at the moment. So, Drew Vanderford, number 11 senior, is now up to bat. He is a left-hander, which is super fun. I love to see some left-handers coming in here. All right.
Takes first pitch ball there. Yeah, Vandy is one of our few left-handed hitters here. Among a couple like Noble Heinen.
Who is also a senior, ironically, so.
So he takes his second pitch there, swings at it, and misses for 1-1 count here.
Oh, wow.
Drives one right into center, gets over the center fielder, hits the
Holy
fence.
cow. Sending now number 9, Bradbury
Send
home.
all 3 base runners home.
Schrader home and
Coleman
Clark home. Beautiful.
So off of a Vandy double right over the center fielder's head, Grayson Bradbury, Coleman Clark, and Brady Schrader all score.
Wonderful. That is the start that we were looking for. That puts the Eagles on the board now 4-0 ahead of your Churubusco Eagles. This is exactly the comeback that we wanted to see coming away from Tuesday's game. So let's just see if they can help keep that up. Up now to bat is Devin Kreider, number 23 senior. So.
During the game, Stephen Malcolm, his brother Henry, also representing Eagle Platte has been behind the plate for a long time towards the game.
Good eye, leave it out. Leave it out. Here we go, Seb.
Ball there.
Oh, Seb.
Goes to 2 out.
Let's go, Seb. Let's go, Seb. Come on, bud. Come on, play it. Evan, come on, kid. Stop, Black. Stop, Black. All right, Keegan.
Bright light, flashing. That's how they told me.
Now batting number 2, Keegan Spencer.
Stop. Stop.
Let my new city like that shit. Like when the songs I'm tagging.
Broom. Get out there, Barry.
Alrighty, number 7 for your Columbia City Eagles, Eli Platt, takes a sub-in runner there. I believe that was number 14, Zach Berry, taking his place on first base.
Come on, Spencer. Come on, Spencer. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. Do some damage, kid. Hey, good cut, Keegan.
Two takes a huge swing.
Got 2 now. Let's go. Come on, Keegan. Base hit 2. Let's go.
Go 2. Number 11, Drew Vanderford is on
Good eye.
third base. Number 14, Zach Berry on second with number 12.
Come on, 2.
I'm sorry, number 2, Keegan Spencer, hitting right now. That last pitch just moved it to a 1-1 count.
Now
And
a
now it's
1-2 count.
1-2, yeah, with 2 outs currently and a 4-0 lead from your Columbia City Eagles. Alrighty, as we get going here. Okie doke. So that moves our count to a 2-2. Another ball being added to the list there. So it appears that the Churubusco Eagles may be struggling just a little bit with their pitching game again, which is kind of what we saw on Monday.
It hasn't been a struggle with pitching game. Columbia City has been only walked 2 players. Everything else has been like there's a safe on an error earlier. Getz was safe on the pitching error. Eagles, Columbia City Eagles strike out. Number 2 strikes out, and now the building is changing with Churubusco up to bat now. But only 2 walks and 1 hit by pitch out of 8 batters. So I mean, yeah, that has been struggling with the pitching game, but there was an error, there was a ground out, there was a double. So actually, yeah, no. It's been a little bit of everybody here and there, but the pitcher has been struggling a little bit, and that's what we've seen out of the other 2 games with Central Noble having trouble pitching, and then Columbia City had trouble pitching their last game. So maybe a running theme this year for the Columbia City games. Somebody has to have rough pitching.
Yeah, that's the truth. So
So
hopefully we'll see them start to pick this up. Bradbury, though, has been doing an amazing job pitching for the Columbia City Eagles, that's for sure.
So taking a look at one of our sponsors here, WJHS is brought to you in part by EduStaff. Schools in your local community are experiencing a shortage of substitute teachers in local classrooms. EduStaff is seeking candidates for employment within partnering schools. More information can be found at edustaff.org. That is edustaff.org. WJHS is brought to you this hour by Columbia City Nutrition. Columbia City Nutrition provides refreshing drinks, healthy caffeine alternatives, and smoothies. Columbia City Nutrition, straight across from the front of the courthouse. So, as their number 9, Mason Young, who played second base and got an out last inning, he walks to the plate and takes first pitch ball. Grayson Bradbury still out there pitching, which isn't a surprise with how well he did in the top of the first. Line drive hit right into left field from number 9. Keegan bobbles it a little bit before throwing it in to James Getz, the second baseman. So, number 9, Mason Young, is now standing over on first base. Number 29, Warner Ott, the pitcher for the bottom of the first, has made his way to the plate.
Right. Oh, and number 9 goes to steal the base, and Bradbury throws the ball to first baseman Devin Kreider. Kreider misses the catch, allowing number 9 from your Churubusco Eagles, Mason Young, to make it all the way to third. So that was a huge error there that cost us 2 bases. So hopefully they will be able to come back from that. Wow.
Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. Just a little bit of technical difficulty, so I couldn't see everything, but I did see that Kreider ended up missing the ball because he tripped over the runner on first, and that is unfortunate. First pitch, swinging strike from number 29, Warner Ott there.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Second pitch appears to be strike 2. Yeah, Bradbury's been doing a really nice job for us here for the Columbia City Eagles. He has just been getting all the strikes. Really rounding out these innings pretty quickly, too. 29 just attempted to bunt, I believe, and that just did not work out for him. So the ball did end up being fouled off there, keeping the numbers the same at 0 balls and 2 strikes, with 0 outs at the moment as well.
Pitch comes in, swing and a miss.
And that is the first out. Bradbury is just doing really good with those.
Yeah, Bradbury throwing extremely well-moving
Yes.
curveballs. So as we go on here, maybe something to look out for as Churubusco moves on is that curveball. It struck several batters out now.
Now up to bat is number 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, number 3, Ethan Hartsock for the Churubusco Eagles.
Number 3, Ethan Hartsock plays left field. He's a sophomore this year. And off that last pitch, he tried to bunt but pulled back in time to give himself a 1-0 count. And a 2-0 count now as he pulled back in time again. It appeared that pitch was a little low for Blues' liking.
Yes.
So just 90 feet from home is number 9, Mason Young, and they keep trying to lay down a bunt to get him home, but Grayson not allowing them to as he throws his third ball there.
Wow. Yep, so right now, count is 3-0 with 1 out as Bradbury comes to wind up again for another pitch. So hopefully he can pull a strike out of that, and he sure did. Beautiful. That makes the count 3-1. That was exactly what we were looking for there. However, even if he did get a 4th ball and walked number 3, that still would not send our other guy home here, so.
And that is strike 2, full count.
Beautiful.
So in the bunt situation that Bradbury was having, I would have tried to actually hit the bat so that the ball would have rolled into fair territory and seen if that when I picked it up and turned towards first, if the third base guy would have tried to go.
That was the 4th ball, making it a walk. So it's number 3 takes first base. Number 25, Brant Skinner, heads out to the plate.
Brant Skinner is the catcher for the Churubusco Eagles, and he is also a sophomore, much like Ethan Hartsock.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of sophomores. Well, they actually look like they have a pretty good mix of every grade. Looking at it now.
So on his way to second,
oh boy,
ball is all the way thrown down, and number 9, Mason Young, makes it into home. So Columbia City was really banking on if they could get number 3 out, but unfortunately could not.
Nope. So that moves scoring to 4-1. Yep, 4-1. So that is okay though. That is just fine. So
Bradbury from the windup. Sorry, from the stretch, not from the windup, from the stretch, and throws. Ball hit towards James Getz. James picks it up and throws over to first. Devin Kreider able to catch it for the put out, and number 25 has been retired.
all right, up next, number 22, Luke Brown. He is an 11th grader, so taking it up a grade from the past two hitters. So let's see what we can do here. Currently have 2 outs at the moment, so they are doing pretty well here. Bradbury especially is doing really well with the pitching.
I know, I'm working on it.
Alrighty, goes in for the pitch. And strike one. Beautiful. That is exactly what we needed there.
Bradbury from the stretch with number 3, Ethan Hartsock on third.
Alrighty. And then for the next,
Curveball for strike 3.
beautiful. That finishes out the top of the 3rd inning then. Beautiful. Bradbury's really just been able to play this game really well today. So nicely done. From the
Number
Columbia City Eagles.
29 Warner Ott back out on the mound to pitch.
Nice.
I don't think they changed any of their lineup, which is kind of a heads up for Churubusco, and the fact that their first inning went the way it did, with Columbia City scoring 4 runs.
So as we move into the bottom of the 2nd inning, we are at a 4-1, 4-1 score right now with the Columbia City Eagles ahead.
So for sponsorship, WJHS is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildermart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. WJHS is brought to you in part by Surf Internet. Surf Internet is transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Faster and more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses in Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone at 888-274-6381.
Yep. So as we get ready to head off again, number 4, James Getz, steps out onto the plate. This will be his 2nd time taking the plate tonight, so let's see what he can do here.
Interesting enough that we're already back to the top of the lineup, and
Right.
it's only the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. And James actually got out on a...
He didn't get out. He actually scored.
Did he really?
Yep. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, he was.
You know what? Now that you say that, I recall.
He was safe on the shortstop error, and then advanced on Bradbury's hit by pitch, and then stole on a pass ball, and then scored after Schrader walked. Or
Yeah.
sorry,
No, I'm
after
pretty
Clark walked.
That's what it was. And then Schrader hit him. Oh, nope. I understand. And it looks like That was a hit and a catch there. So to take number 4, James gets out. That's putting us at 1 out right there. That is just fine though.
So Bradbury up to the plate now. Warner Ott goes to pitch. Inside for ball 1. Yeah, Blue has been not very forgiving on that inside edge. I don't think he's called very many strikes there. Bradbury bunts down the first baseline,
Running.
but
Oh,
he gets
tagged out by number 12.
tagged out by number 12, as she said, number 12 being Corbin Ladig. He was able to field the ball as it rolled down the first baseline.
Up now to bat, number 18, Brady Schrader. Schrader actually, I believe he got a hit last time, did he
No,
not?
he walked.
He walked, okay. Let's see. Oh, that one bounced right off of
Yeah,
catcher's
curveball.
gloves there.
Curveball a little high, ended up bouncing off the catcher's mitt. Unfortunately, we could not take advantage due to no runners on base. But Brady here looking to turn that around.
Is that a 1-0 now?
2-0 now with an outside pitch.
Alrighty. Oh, Schrader fouls that one off. Right over there to left field area.
Schrader pulls it way left into foul territory. It looked like it hit off the inside of his bat.
Making it his first strike there. Oh, Schrader
Slams
knocks
one
that
up way into the air
Let's see
to center
here.
field.
Oh, and
Caught
it's
by the center
caught.
fielder.
And that takes us out of the second inning. That was a pretty quick one there.
The center fielder being Croy Haberstock, he was able to run back into left center field and track that ball all the way into his mitt.
Wow. That's a pretty fast inning there, but that is just fine as we head into the top of the third. Our current score is 4-1. The Columbia City Eagles being favored for the win at the moment. So
Yeah, Busco here looking at a little revenge. We went 3 up, 3 down against them in the first inning, and here in the second, they 3 up, 3 down to us.
yes.
So Columbia City, Grayson Bradbury still out on the mound now. I don't think there's been any fielding substitutions or change here.
No, it's been a pretty consistent game so far, especially with Bradbury's pitching. He's done a really amazing job with that. So, and that last walk that they got, the last run that the Churubusco Eagles got was from a walk, I believe, and so
Yeah.
that isn't too terrible. I mean, it goes to show that Bradbury at least didn't let any hit in that scenario anyways get off of him. So.
Yeah, number 9, Mason Young, hit a line drive and then advanced to third on a failed pickoff and stole home when Platt threw down to second to get number 3, Ethan Hartsock out, but just missed him. Bradbury pitches, it rolls down the first base line, and number 23, Devin Kreider, was able to pick it up and step on the bag for the first out of the inning.
Nice. Nice and quick. That's the way to do it.
Number 11, Brennan Gaff.
Up next, number 11, Brennan Gaff. Gaff is a junior this year.
Yeah,
Taking it off
Brendan
here.
Gaff, the top of the lineup for Churubusco now,
Oh,
and
Gaff
hits it right up the
down
middle.
And
Right
is
in the center.
safe on first base there.
Landon Ivan able to field that and throw it into James Getz there.
I'm batting number 6, Troy Haberstock.
Up next, number 6, Croy Haberstock. So it'll be interesting to see if he is going to be able to advance
Croy last time out ended up getting struck out by a curveball. We'll see if Bradbury can do it again. First pitch, and Brennan's already on his way to second.
Oh!
Tagged
That is
out.
an out.
Eli Platt
Beautifully
throws him
done.
out.
Beautifully done. That would make it 2 outs now for your Churubusco Eagles. Now this is what we want to be seeing, especially after that run that they were able to catch last inning. So just to be able to avoid that again is exactly what we want. So
Count 0-2 here for number 6, Croy Haberstock, who was able to make that catch out in center field just a moment ago, and ends up getting struck out by a curveball again.
Amazing. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the top of the third. So as we head into the bottom of the third, we are still at a 4-1 lead right now by your Columbia City Eagles. And today is a very special day in the world of baseball. If you didn't already know, today is the opening day for the MLB, and I am a huge fan of the Cincinnati Reds. So being able to watch that game while also watching this game is pretty fun, because I love seeing the season get started off. And it's a beautiful day to start the season at that, too.
So, leading off for your Columbia City Eagles here in a moment will be Landon Iden, who plays center field and was able to field one of those ground balls that slipped up the middle earlier. But Iden ended up striking out his last time he was up to bat, and looking to turn it around this time, as after him will be Coleman Clark, who ended up getting walked and was scored on Vanderford's double. The pitcher out there still appears to be number 29, 29 Warner Ott. So
yeah, let's see. It'll be interesting to see if he can pick anything up this inning.
25 throws down, ends up slipping out of his hand.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 6, Landon Iden.
Number 6, Landon Iden, is headed up to the plate now. Iden is a senior this year, so he's had lots of experience on this team. So let's see if he can get us a 5th run. That'll be good to see. Alrighty.
Iden slams it way up in the air to outfield, right field, gets under it,
And
drops
it's
it.
dropped. He is
Iden
now
on his
heading
way
to
to second and slides in safe.
Beautiful. Way to start out the bottom of the third. That is exactly what we wanted to see. As Iden is now safe on second base, number 8, Coleman Clark, stepped up to the plate, hoping to send Iden home, making it a 5-1 lead. We'll see if that can play out for us as we want it to.
Interestingly enough, the bottom of the second with the Eagles hitting ended on a fly-out catch, and here we start with a fly ball error.
Oh, number 25 for the Churubusco Eagles, Brant Skinner, who is also the catcher, makes a quick little run out to the mound. That was a pretty fast little chat as he heads back up to the plate. And Clark is ready to go.
So Coleman Clark ended up getting walked last time, like I said, and then scored on a double hit by Vanderford.
Oh.
Takes first pitch strike there.
1. No big deal. Not at all.
So I wonder if Churubusco might be a little scared since Vanderford is up to hit next, and Columbia City has a runner on second already in scoring position. Vanderford could definitely hit another outfield ball and score 2 more runs for Columbia City if Coleman Clark is able to get on base. Count moves to 1-1 now, as that last pitch was just a little outside. And here comes the third pitch.
Oh,
inside.
that one just about nicked his leg there. That moves the count to a 2-1. Still 0 outs at the moment. Ready. Now we are heading off. Getting ready to go. Oh, wow. All right. And that
Coleman
goes
hits it to the second
right
baseman and able to be safe on first as number 12, the first baseman, dropped the ball.
Wow, he's really been struggling with that today. As we can see in the first inning especially, he had 2 errors there. So then to drop it again, that's a bit of a struggle there. But works out in the favor of the Columbia City Eagles, that's for sure. With Iden now on third base, he's in even better position to score. Now Vanderford, number 11, steps up to the bat on the left-handed side, of course. So let's see what he can do here. Oh my, Iden just about... Oh,
Vanderford swings and misses. Ball way out in center.
oh my
And on his
goodness.
way home is Iden, and on his way to third is Coleman Clark.
And they are both safe, moving the score to 5-1. Columbia City being the lead, with Coleman Clark now on third base and Vanderford ready to hit again with a 0-1 count. Alrighty. That is a ball there, moving it to a 1-1 count. Lots of potential here for the Columbia City Eagles. Clark is leading off the base quite a bit here. He's ready to run, that's for sure. That last pitch was another strike, making a 1-2 count for Vanderford. So that is just fine though. Still with 0 outs at the moment.
So with Columbia City's 6th run 90 feet away from home and Vanderford up to bat with no outs, this is definitely a good situation for
Definitely.
Columbia City
Oh.
as he gets hit.
Oh my goodness. And with that hit, that proceeds to walk Vanderford, putting us on base. 2 spots now. So Vanderford on first, Clark on third, with number 23, Devin Ryder, getting ready to bat. So we are in pretty good shape with a 5-1 lead over the Churubusco Eagles at the moment.
Devin Kreider in the first game of the season opener against Central Noble, was able to hit a smack down into the
Oh my goodness.
outfield
Vanderford
for
is
a
taking
double.
it to third, or second,
And
I'm sorry, and safe.
Oh!
Oh, and Clark.
Slide, man.
Okay,
And
so
Clark's
Vanderford
safe on
Vanderford
home.
able to steal second, and the catcher threw down, and Coleman Clark able to run in,
and make it home
standing,
safe. Beautiful.
jumped over the catcher's late tag there.
Beautiful. That moves us, Columbia City Eagles, to a 6-1 lead with Devin Kreider still batting. Oh, wow. Kreider hits that, pops that sucker right up, and it is caught by number 9, Mason Young of the Churubusco Eagles. That sends Kreider back to the dugout as number 7, Eli Platt, steps out to the plate for the Columbia City Eagles. With Kreider out now, that puts us at only 1 out, with still Vanderford on second base. So
Eli Platt, the last time up to the plate, ended up getting walked, and Zach Berry ended up coming out as a courtesy runner.
7, Eli Platt hits that, goes right over to third base, and number 8 throws it to 12, getting Platt out. Yep, getting him out. So that puts us now at 2 outs, with number 2, Keegan Spencer Jr. up to bat, and Drew Vanderford still on second base. So now that we've got 2 outs, that puts us in a little bit more of a tricky position as far as getting Vanderford home. But there is still faith, that's for sure. Okay,
So
that
Keegan's-
first one is a ball, putting
So-
Keegan at a 1-0.
So
Wow.
Keegan's last time out, he ended up striking out, and that ended up ending the bottom of the first. So Keegan looking to turn it around and scoring Vandy.
Swinging strike there for Keegan. Putting him at a 1-1 count with still 2 outs. So, Vanderford is getting ready to run over there on second base. He's really got quite the lead off going there. He is ready for Spencer to whack that sucker out of the park. Okay. Oh, that one was another ball as it went off quite a bit to the right of the plate.
So number 23, Warner Ott from the stretch. Vandy has quite a huge lead over on second.
Sure does.
And
Oh,
ball up and
ball
outside.
3.
Count moves to 3-1 now. 2 outs on the board. Columbia City leading 6-1 right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if Keegan can pull this off here. Oh.
Keegan takes his fourth ball
Beautiful
and
and
walks his way over to first base.
Nice. That
Number
puts...
Now batting number 4, James.
Wow.
Gaff.
Yep. So number 4,
Yes.
James gets up to bat now for the 3rd time this evening. He is really making his way out there. That puts us in pretty good position with Keegan Spencer on first.
James foul tips right over the booth there. James last time out ended up hitting it to shortstop for a 6-3 play and ended up getting ground out of there. I know I've said this a few times here, but he's looking to turn it around to score Vandy home. But now with players on first and second, advancing those players is what Columbia City needs to put them in huge scoring position.
Definitely.
Because Getz was also able to hit a walk-off triple in the game versus Central Noble.
That last pitch makes it an 0-2 count now. Still 2 outs. So hopefully Getz can send at least one of these guys home, either Vanderford or both Vanderford and Spencer. Before he calls it a day. All right, and that last pitch makes it a 1-2 count there, as it was off to the right just a little bit out of the box there. So we'll see how this plays out for them. Keegan Spencer and Drew Vanderford are both watching very closely.
Oh, almost threw a wild pitch there and was almost able to advance both runners on base.
They certainly were both ready there, that's for sure.
Number 25, Brant Skinner behind the plate was able just to barely reach out and catch that one. Oh.
Oh, and that strikes out James Getz.
Very outside pitch. Call for strike 3.
Ending the bottom of the 3rd. So, still, Columbia City Eagles are at a 6-1 lead. Pretty good shape here.
So leading off for Churubusco will be number 8, Wyatt Marks. And last time he was out there, he ended up striking out. He is one of the 4 seniors on the starting lineup for Churubusco here. Taking a look at one of our sponsors here. WJHS is brought to you in part by City Auto Mall. Some of the best bestsellers from Ford and Chevy, like the F-150, Escape, Chevy Silverado, and Blazer. City Auto Mall offers a vast collection of cars, straightforward financing options, and ASE certified car care services for repairs and maintenance. Right off Highway 30 in Columbia City, City Auto Mall may be reached by phone, social media, or the web at cityautomall.com. So walking up to the plate now, number 8, Wyatt Marks, who's the 3rd baseman. Like I said, his last time out there, he ended up striking out. For Grayson Bradbury here, the pitcher who's been absolutely dominating for Columbia City here, looking to strike him out again.
Yeah, Bradbury really has been doing a great job. Oh, that was a swinging strike right there. So Bradbury just keeps that momentum going strong coming in to the top of the 4th inning. Bradbury really has been quite the asset to this team, especially only as a sophomore. Puts him in a really great position with that pitch being another strike. There definitely is a lot of potential for the future teams here in the near years.
Ball outside there. Just a little outside that right edge. Count moves to 2-1 now. Pitch comes in outside. Count 3-1 now. Bradbury seems to want to be hitting that outside edge, but just keeps throwing it just too far for Blue to call it.
Oh,
And there's
that
ball
is
4.
A walk.
So number 8, Wyatt Marks, makes his way down to first as number 9, Mason Young, walks up to the plate now. He was the only one to score for Churubusco when he hit a line drive out into the outfield and then advanced to third and then stole home on a catcher throwdown. Ball high in the zone, Platt ready to pop up and try to throw Wyatt Marks out. Unfortunately, Marks did not want to test that, as previously Brendan Gaff was caught stealing by Platt. Platt looking to repeat that if Marks takes off. Bradbury throws, popped way out into right field, just over the fence on the right side there. And looking out there, number 14 for Churubusco, Gavin Hart warming up in the bullpen. Looks like Churubusco might want to change out their pitchers.
Ooh.
Bradbury throws low and outside for ball 2. Yeah, after Columbia City's scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings here, we were already on to our 3rd pitcher, I do believe, in the Central Noble game. Surprisingly, Churubusco stuck with their first starting pitcher. Foul ball right over the booth. Has stuck this long with their first pitcher here, so
that makes the count 2-2, still with 0 outs at the moment. And number 6 still on first base.
Wyatt Marks takes off.
Not
Platt,
number 6.
Platt
Number
tries
8.
to throw him out, but Marks just barely able to beat the throw.
That officially puts him in scoring position. The Churubusco Eagles.
Number 9, Mason Young, still up to bat here. Count full. Mason looking for this 3rd pitch, or this 3rd strike.
Wow.
Actually lines.
Oh, wow. Clark pops up and.
Oh, wow. Okay,
wow.
So number 9 was lined out over to the shortstop, Coleman Clark, and Coleman just barely able to reach up and get it, and Getz was on his way to second, and Coleman threw it over to Getz to get the double play.
Beautiful, beautiful. That puts Churubusco Eagles now at 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. What a wonderful play by Coleman Clark and James Getz there.
So number 29, Warner, up to bat now. Count 1-0 here. Last time he was out there, he struck out.
So it'll be interesting to see if that happens again or if something changes here. Oh, that second pitch makes it ball 2. So as far as the strikeout goes, Not looking super promising right now, but we will definitely see how that plays out.
Yeah, his count moves to 2-0. Seeing that his last,
Oh wow, that
Oh.
there was a swinging strike right there. So
seeing as how last time he struck out and Columbia City has scored 6 runs off of him, it's been rough on both sides for him now.
definitely, he's probably a little bit shaken up there.
Swing and a miss.
Strike number 2 there, making the count 2-2 with 2 outs. So
From the windup, Bradbury throws. Curveball that's driven right into left field foul territory.
alrighty.
Count stays at 2-2 here.
Bradbury's getting ready here. Winding up. And boom. Oh!
Almost hits him. Count
That
moves to
makes-
3-2 here.
Full out. So. Alrighty. Number 29, getting ready to bat again. Bradbury preparing. And he takes the
Swing and a
another
miss.
swing and strike. And number 29 from the Churubusco Eagles, Warner Ott, stays true to his pattern and strikes out again. So that's probably going to have Ott shaken up just a little bit, but that is just fine. As Ott goes back to the dugout, number 14, Gavin Hart, walks out there to the pitcher's mound, getting ready to take over that position.
Number 14, Gavin Hart, was originally the designated hitter for number 12, Corbin Ladig.
Churubusco,
Um,
14, Gavin Hart.
On the batting side of things, his only time out there on the plate, he ground outed to the first baseman, Devin Kreider, who was able to pick it up and walk over and touch first. So he's looking for better things fielding than hitting so far. With number 9, Grayson Bradbury, the pitcher for Columbia City, getting ready to hit now.
Now, Grayson Bradbury has had quite the game thus far. He's just been doing an amazing job there on the pitcher's mound, so it's really cool to see a younger kid like that be able to have such success.
So Bradbury's last time out there, he ended up hitting one over to the first base, or actually bunting one over to the first baseman, who was able to pick it up and stand up and tag Bradbury, while Bradbury is only several feet away from being safe on first. So behind Bradbury is number 18, Brady Schrader, who his last time out ended up flying out to the center fielder for Churubusco, who was Croy Haberstock.
All right, well, thank you. The DA. The DA.
Alrighty.
So
They are
as
warming up out here.
as number 25 throws
Leading off for
down,
Columbia City, number 9, Grayson Bradbury.
Grayson Bradbury walks his way over to the plate to get ready to hit. So here we go. It does not appear that there have been many other fielding changes. Number 29, Warner Ott, is now playing first here. First pitch, high in the zone.
Making it ball 1.
Count 1-0 right now. Grayson steps back up to the plate. And strike 1. Count moves to 1-1 now, as Gavin Hart threw an outside type pitch that was able to clip the outside part of the strike zone, and did it again. That outside edge, he has hit on Bradbury twice now. Bradbury crowding the plate now, trying to make Gavin throw a ball.
Oh, and
Foul territory.
Yep. He will walk right back and count at 1-2 right now. It's still 0 outs. Hit.
Gavin winds up, throws way outside.
And ball 2, making it a 2-2 count at Coleman.
And Bradbury
Oh.
hits it to the second baseman, who picks it up and throws it over to number 29, Warner Ott.
Making it the first out this inning for the Columbia City Eagles. Up next, number 18, Brady Schrader, junior here at Columbia City High School.
Number 9, Mason Young, able to pick up Bradbury's ground ball and toss it over to the first baseman. And Schrader takes first pitch strike. Schrader looking at the next pitch.
Ball
Up in the
1.
zone. Up and inside. Looked like it almost hit his shoulder there.
Making it a 1-1 count.
Speaking of almost hit his shoulder in the last game versus Carroll, he ended up taking a strike 3 call that was up near his shoulder that looked like it actually may have hit him. But called strike 3, and that retired Brady for the inning.
With that next pitch, that puts them at a 2-2 count there.
That pitch appeared to be a little outside the strike zone on that edge, but Blue called it a strike there.
And Schrader
slams one way
whacks
into
that.
left field. Home run.
Holy cow.
Home run.
Oh, Schrader was a little confused there for a second. He stopped running, but
Ladies
he
and
got the
gentlemen,
memo.
Brady Schrader, number 18, the third baseman, just hit a home run outside of the
Beautiful.
left field side of the fence. And as he trots in, he touches home plate. And first there to greet him is Iden, and now the rest of the team
Wonderful.
patting
Now,
him on the back.
am I mistaken here? Is that the first home run of the season?
That is the first home run of the season.
Beautiful. Way to go for Schrader there.
So
Iden now steps up to the bat to keep this going here. Number 6. Oh,
and
he
Iden drives that
whacks
one
that
out to
sucker.
center field.
Oh,
The
and
center
it-
fielder drops it.
Beautiful.
Iden onto third base. He's going. We'll go in
he's
safe. Wait,
safe.
holding him up is Daly.
Good. It was probably for the best because they definitely could have gotten that in there. So, what a play there. First a home run by Schrader, and then a 3. Yep.
A
and then
triple.
Triple. That's the word. And then a triple there by Iden.
Yes, that was
Wow.
a beautifully hit ball, and the center fielder bounced off his mitt, but he wasn't able to hold on. And now Landon stands.
Oh! Iden thought for a second there he wanted to take that home, but made the last minute decision to stop it there.
Ball 1 goes right at Coleman Clark's head. Yeah, Iden started like he was just going to go all the way home there no matter what, but ended up stopping just past getting a third of the way to the plate.
He's really trying to decide here.
Ball
and
2's thrown in.
Makes the decision to stay on third. Probably for the best.
So this is Iden trying to get into the pitcher's head, seeing if he can, make the pitcher end up throwing a ball or trying to pick over.
Oh, wow.
Outside
That was
again,
pretty
ball
out
3.
there to the right, so.
Coleman here could get walked. If possible, he could also hit Iden in. Pitch thrown in, strike 1.
There it is.
Count moves to 3-1 here. Iden hit a beautiful triple right out into center field, and now with the score being 7-1, Strike two.
Making it full count.
Hiding here could possibly be the 8th run that Columbia City scores. As Coleman Clark walks back up to the plate, full count here. Gavin throws
Oh,
outside.
and that is a ball, making Clark walk to first. Beautifully done.
Batting number 11, Drew Vanderford.
So
Up next again is number 11, the left-hander, senior Drew Vanderford.
Drew Vanderford hit a double on his first at bat, and then last at bat he got hit by pitch and stole second. So
Oh, wow.
and he hits it way out in the center. The
that
center
sucker.
fielder.
Oh,
Drops
Iden
it.
decides to run home.
Iden going home.
Safe
Coleman
on
going
Iden.
home.
Clark running it home, and safe for Clark as well. That is 2 more runs for your Columbia City Eagles with Vanderford there on second. Beautiful play there by the Eagles. Columbia City Eagles, that is. Wow. That now puts the Columbia City Eagles at a 9-1 lead over the Churubusco Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. So, definitely sitting here in a very good position as number 23, Devin Kreider, heads up to bat.
Devin is one of those power hitters like I've talked about, and he could definitely drive Vanderford home here as he takes the 0-1 count strike. So with Kreider down in the count here and only 1 out on the board, there's still some breathing room for Columbia City. Strike 2 on that outside edge.
14 there. Gavin Hart, the pitcher, just really threw that one pretty hard there, it appeared. He, I think, is starting to get a little worried.
Third pitch.
And there's the ball. Beautiful.
Ball.
Vanderford
And Vanderford rounds
takes
third.
it to third. Made the decision to stop there before heading home, which is probably for the best.
So pass ball there got right under the catcher's mitt, and Vanderford took advantage of that, rounding third there, and even looked towards going home, but the catcher was able to pick up the ball. And ball 2 there outside. So number 14, Gavin Hart, trying to work that outside edge there, which makes sense because he does not want Kreider to pull another home run, or pull a home run like Brady did.
Kreider
Foul
fouls
tip.
that off. Keeping it a 2-2 count still. It's still just 1 out.
2 more runs here in Columbia City will have 10 runs above Churubusco here at a 9-1 score currently.
Alrighty.
Oh, and takes a high strike 3 there.
That will make our second out of the bottom of the 4th as number 7
Eli Platt.
heads back out to the plate. Platt has been the catcher thus far in the game, so definitely been doing a lot to help out.
Eli, his last time out, ended up hitting one towards third base, who was able to throw it over to first in time for the ground out.
Pitch made it ball 1.
The first time, though, he got walked, but I don't think he was satisfied with a walk, and I think he wants to slam one here as the count moves to 2-0.
He wants that home run.
Yes, he does. He wants the Brady Schrader home run.
Sure does. Don't they all, though? Oh.
And he cuts it that
swing
one.
there, making it a 2-1 count there for Eli Platt.
Andy looking antsy over on third. He really wants to score here. And ground ball over to the shortstop. And shortstop throws it to first to retire Platt for the inning.
That is fine. This was a pretty good inning for the Columbia City Eagles, getting 3 runs, making it a 9-1 lead over the Churubusco Eagles. So I'd have to say a pretty productive inning for the Eagles, especially the Brady Schrader with that first home run of the season. So definitely going out there with a little bit more pep in their steps. That's for sure.
So number 9, Grayson Bradbury, still out on the mound here, which isn't surprising as he has thrown 3 scoreless innings against the Churubusco Eagles here and only allowing 1 run so far. But as the 1-1 Columbia City Eagles move out to the field here, taking a look at what happened last game, Carroll ended up 13-0ing Columbia City as Coleman Clark was the starting pitcher and ended up allowing like 8 to 9 runs in the beginning. And then Steven Neller came in to relieve, allowing the 4 last runs or so. Among those substitutes, Eli Platt started out catching, but as Steven made his way into the pitching position, his brother Henry Neller, who is actually walking back to the dugout now after helping warm up Grayson, Henry Neller came out to catch for his brother. And despite getting 10-run ruled, CC did hold Carroll to several scoreless innings. It was just among the clumps of scores they had in a couple of the innings that really tired out Columbia City.
And number 3 for Churubusco Eagles, Ethan Hartstock takes the plate.
Ethan Hartsock, his last time out there, was walked and he stole second and then advanced on a ground ball that was Brant Skinner, who hit a 4-3 play.
That first pitch there, making it a 1-0 count.
Ethan Hartsock plays on the left field side there when Churubusco's out to field. He hasn't seen a whole lot of action so far besides the home run that went right over his head.
All right.
So
that last pitch made it a 1-1 count there.
So he is definitely looking for something here as he takes curveball for strike 2. Yeah, Bradbury's curveball has been just destroying this Churubusco offense here. Second ball comes in after bouncing off the ground, but his curveball here struck out several batters, whether they've been looking or swinging. So as we move on here, Blue just swept off the plate, and now Grayson ready to pitch again from the windup. He throws curveball, but a little high in the zone. Moves the count to 3-2, full count.
It's that.
And
Fouls
fouled
that
it.
sucker off. Leaving the count at a 3-2 full count.
And Bradbury going to pitch again. Low ball. Eli's definitely got to hustle to pick that up before number 3 decides he may want to take off. Platt throws it over to Bradbury.
That was then a walk there, so 3's on first now. Number 25 for the Churubusco Eagles, Brant Skinner, takes the plate.
Brant, his last time out, ended up hitting a 4-3 ground ball play to James Getz, who was able to throw over to Devin Kreider.
Oh, and that pitch was pretty far out there.
First pitch ball.
To the right.
So, Columbia City's players have seen the plate at least 2 times, but as we are now, most of their players just now have seen the plate 2 times. Skinner being the 7th batter in their starting lineup here, is now seeing the plate for his 2nd time. Bradbury picks off. Hartsock able to dive back in time though. count still at 1-1. Columbia City leading 9-1 here. And the hit and run was on, but it foul tipped way out.
Sending Hartsock right back to first. He tried, though. He really did. Tried.
So as the count is 1-2 here, Bradbury definitely looking for a strike, and his curveball has been menacing so far. And he throws a fastball
goodness.
driven way out into left center, out there.
And
Spencer
it's caught.
catches it and throws it in.
Beautiful.
Keegan Spencer able to move his way under it and catch it.
That takes out number 25 there, Brant Skinner.
Now batting number 22, Luke
Up
Brown.
next now, number 22, Luke Brown.
Luke Brown's last time out, he got K'd by a curveball. So let's see if Bradbury does it again. On his way to second is Ethan Hartsock, and Hartsock thought about taking third, but decided against it as Platt picked up the ball.
That puts Hartsock in scoring position now, so with only one out, that's pretty risky territory that Columbia City Eagles have just stepped in with the Churubusco Eagles.
Brown
Number 22 is looking to bunt now in hopes of advancing Hartsock. So,
Yeah, Brown showed bunt, but was able to pull it back in time for ball 2 to be thrown.
oh wow!
Tried to pick him off,
oh,
but went between, gets his legs, and
now is running to third.
throw down
Oh,
to third, but
slid right in there and is safe at third.
so
Bummer.
Iden threw over to third as the pickoff went right between Getz's legs, and Schrader able to catch it without Hartsock advancing any further.
Oh my goodness.
Contact made, Getz able to charge it and throw it over to first for the out.
Hartsock. Oh, great. Hartsock takes that run in then,
Now batting number 14,
moving the Churubusco
Gavin
Eagles to a
Hart.
9-2 score, with the Columbia City Eagles still in the lead.
Gavin Hart, his first time up, grounded out to first base, and he grounds over to Brady Schrader, who throws
Schrader
it
throws
to
it.
First.
Beautiful, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the top of the fifth inning.
So
As the Eagles head into the bottom of the fifth, that puts us at a 9-2 lead at the moment.
So, taking a look back at what Churubusco did, Ethan Hartsock took a walk and was able to steal second off of Eli Platt, who just had a pass ball go by him.
Pitching for Churubusco, number
And
9,
then
Mason Young.
Bradbury ended up trying to pick off, and it went in between Getz's legs and rolled out into center field, where Hartsock was able to advance to third as Iden threw it over to Brady Schrader at third base. And then after Luke Brown ended up hitting his 4-3 ground out to Getz and Devin Kreider, Hartsock was able to score to make it 2-9 now. Columbia City has the lead. And now the left fielder, Keegan Spencer, who caught an amazing fly ball out there in left field, he is up to lead off. And the last time he was out there, he ended up getting walked.
Yeah, so if we see anything from him, whether it be a hit or a walk, either one is good in our opinion. I mean, Biggest thing we don't want to see is a strikeout.
So out there to pitch for Churubusco is number 9, Mason Young.
Now he's a new one, right?
I do believe so.
I think so too.
Mason Young previously played second base and was originally Churubusco's only scored run.
Yep. It looks like number 14, Gavin Hart, is now at second. Now, number 14. Was he pitching?
Yes,
Okay.
it went from number
That's what I thought.
29 Warner Ott, who is now at first, to number 14 Gavin Hart, who is now at second.
Yep, so it appears that Hart and Young just switched spots there. Wow. Yeah, you can see them really going through the pitchers today as they're trying to catch back up with the Eagles and, if anything, at least prevent the Columbia City Eagles from scoring some more. So let's see if it'll be interesting to see if Mason Young can achieve that.
It doesn't appear Mason Young is pitching at extremely high speeds. He's more of an accurate thrower, except for that.
Yeah.
Which could pose well for Columbia City here, as they are coming into the bottom of the 5th, and Columbia City has not showed signs of slowing down at all.
No, I mean, they went from 4 runs to none, and then these last 2 innings, they got 2 and 3. So, except for that second inning, they have gone every inning with at least 1 run. Well, with at least 2 runs. So, it'll be interesting to see if they can pull that off again.
Number 25, Brant Skinner, threw down to second base, and that is the start of the bottom of the 5th as Keegan Spencer walks up to take his place at the plate. So, for Mason Young's first pitch of the inning, it is a ball low and outside.
Yikes. Rough one for the first, but that's just fine.
Come on now, D.
Second pitch going in there. Looks like we're going to have... Oh,
Inside
another
ball 2.
ball. That was pretty close to Keegan there.
Yeah, Blue has not been forgiving on that inside edge for either pitcher. And high there,
Ball
count moves to
3.
3-0. So, I tried to say this guy was accurate, but I take back my statement here. As the next pitch is thrown.
And that is a
Strike 1.
Strike, okay. Moves the count to 3-1 there.
Yeah, count moves to 3-1, still in favor of Keegan Spencer here. And
The next one will be
strike 2 on
moving
that
it to
outside
full
edge.
count there. So now it's anybody's game at this point. Anybody's hit, anyways.
I don't know, I think this pitcher's faking me out here, making me look bad.
Oh,
swing and
swing
miss.
strike there. That puts Spencer out of the game.
Keegan Spencer tried to reach out and hit it since they were giving him that outside edge so much, and it just did not work.
Now up to
Now-
bat number 4, James Getz.
James Getz was out on an outside pitch last time that appeared to be ball. That pitch low moves the count to 1-0. So number 4, James Getz, looking at his second pitch here as Mason Young throws it in.
Oh,
Hits it over to the third base
come on.
side. The third baseman picks it up and rips it over to the first baseman, who is
doggone it.
Warner Ott, the first baseman, able to field it.
And get James out there. So that is 2 outs. Still no runs for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 5th.
So the third baseman who was able to field that is Wyatt Marks.
Now our pitcher, number 9, Grayson Bradbury now up to bat here. So that first one is a ball, moving the count to 1-0.
Grayson looked to try and check it there, but was able to keep his bat behind him as that was low and outside there.
It's been a pretty timid game thus far, other than that home run.
Miss there.
So it'll be interesting to see some action going on. That swing and miss makes the count a 1-1 currently. Oh.
Outside for ball 2.
That next pitch. Oh,
Swing and
swing
miss.
and miss, making the count 2-2 there for Bradbury.
So count 2-2, 2 outs on the board. 2 for Churubusco score. And Columbia City leads 9-2, 7-run lead, sorry. Outside pitch, full count now. Bradbury crowds the plate here. He's hoping that he can get Mason Young to throw a ball here. Ball 4, Grayson walks.
Wow, that is exactly what we needed to see there. That is what we wanted. Here is our previous home run hitter, number 18, Brady Schrader, heads back up to the plate. So maybe he can hit another one if we're real lucky here and send both him and Bradbury home. That would be pretty cool.
So
Oh, he
swing and a miss.
definitely wanted to do that, that's for sure.
Bradbury on his way to second there.
Made it there safely too, so definitely in good scoring position now. Puts us in a good spot. So if Brady can even just send him home, that'd put us in a pretty good position. Oh,
Swing and a miss there. He was really looking for a second
in
home
a
run.
row. Yeah.
Really looking for a second home run here, but now count moves to 0-2. Busco winds up for the pitch, throws.
Oh,
Brady
fouls
foul
it
ball.
off. He's still in the play right now. This is
Coach Daly over there on the third base side, able to field that ball, throw it back to the pitcher. Daly showing off his skills. Count still 0-2. Brady battling here, making sure that he doesn't get out.
Oh, and
Swings. Oh, foul
fouls that one off
territory.
again.
That one was closer this time
Yes.
and way out in left field, but just barely foul. This is the 4th pitch of this at-bat with the count still 0-2. Brady's looking at every possible opportunity to put this thing in play.
Oh,
foul
fouls
ball.
it again. Wow. Wow.
Brady is looking for everything or nothing here. He is trying his absolute hardest to put this into play, and he keeps pulling it, so maybe he's just got to sit back and wait on it for just a couple of moments. Pitch comes in,
Oh.
hits it.
And just like that, he is moving to first. After all of those swings, I don't think anybody saw that coming. I know I didn't. So he did make it to first, but not exactly in the way anybody was.
Well, I bet you Mason Young realized that this is Brady Schrader here, who has just previously hit a home run, and realized hitting him would be the better option than letting him get hit off of and
Oh, shoot.
possibly causing another run to be scored.
Yes.
So number 6, Landon Iden, moves up to the plate now. And Grayson already on his way to third,
and
slides in safe.
Oh, and
Brady on his way to second.
and didn't even have to slide. He just popped right in there. Wow. He made that look easy, that's for sure. Churubusco Eagles did not appear to be paying any attention. That's for sure. Wow.
All right. Iden swings, pops that one up towards third base side. The third baseman camped under it and caught.
Bummer. That puts us at the end of the bottom of the fifth inning. So I guess just the end of the fifth inning in general. So that then takes us into a scoreless inning. Only the second scoreless inning for the Columbia City Eagles thus far. So it appears that Columbia City has changed out pitchers finally, as Henry Neller, number 12, sophomore, takes the mound, and Bradbury calls it a night. So pretty cool now to see another sophomore taking the plate, taking the mound.
Behind the plate currently is Ethan Patrick. Almost called him his brother there by accident, but Ethan Patrick behind the plate now. And I don't know if this is a permanent change or if he's just warming up Henry right now. But talking about Henry Neller here, Henry has been called up to varsity many times before last year, both as a catcher and as a pitcher. And I've watched him pitch, and the dude's got an arm for a cannon. He even threw a couple people out in JV last year. So Henry here, I'm looking forward to seeing his pitching.
Definitely see what he can do here. I think it was about time for that pitch switch, because as Bradbury was doing really well, I can't imagine that he was feeling the greatest after 5 innings of pitching. So I'm sure he started to get a bit tired. So I think seeing Neller out here will be a good switch.
And out at second base right now is Zach Berry, and Getz moves over to shortstop, and Coleman Clark moves over to third base. So Schrader now in the dugout, and Iden's still out in center. Spencer's still out in left, and Vanderford's still out in right field. So just a few infield switches there, making sure Barry gets some playing time.
And it appears here that Ethan Patrick is going to stay in the catcher's position and give Platt a little bit of a break.
So number 11 here, Brennan Gaff, for his first pitch, fouls off towards Columbia City's dugout. And Coach Bell walking out here with a few spare game balls.
Perfect. Yeah, I was wondering what was happening there. For a second, I thought that Ethan was going out for a little bit, but didn't see Platt anywhere, so.
So the last time Brennan Gaff was up, he hit a single to the center field, or single in between shortstop and second into center field, but was caught stealing by Eli Platt on his way to second. So count moves to 1-1 here. Henry throwing his third pitch. Bounces off the ground into Ethan's chest plate.
Making it another ball for a 2-1 count.
Tips it over to Coleman Clark. Coleman throws over to first, unable to be scooped. And Ethan goes and picks it up.
While number 11, Brennan Gaff, makes his way to second base. Crud, that is not exactly what we wanted to see, but not the end of the world either.
Now batting number 6, Croy Haberstock.
Now up number 6 for the Churubusco Eagles, Croy Haberstock.
Croy Haberstock has been the center fielder, and has been out there having a tough time as several baseballs have been dropped by him. And his last time out there, he got K'd by a curveball, which was a repeat of what happened his first time.
All right, Henry. You're all right. Hey, deep breath.
Ethan knocks down another pitch there, as it bounced off the ground into his chest plate.
Making it 2-0 count.
Another dirt ball there.
Rud. Now they're struggling just a little bit right now. I think if he can just step back and take a second, he should be okay.
Hey, fill it up here. Let's go. There we go.
Strike one.
Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see.
Beautiful fastball right down the middle there. I'm surprised number 6, Croy Haberstock, didn't try taking a swing at that.
Nice.
And another ball there. Croy on his way down to first base after that walk. And number 8, Wyatt Marks, on his way to the plate. So Wyatt last time he got walked and then stole second, but was out on a line out double play that
There we go. Good pop.
that Coleman Clark was able to catch and throw over to Getz for the double play. Count moves 1-0 for Wyatt Marks here, as Henry seems to be having trouble pitching. Dirt ball again. This is unfortunate for the Eagles here. If they can't get Henry to start throwing strikes, they might have to call in another pitcher here. Swinging strike there. Looked like it was going to be on the outside edge anyways. So nice pitch by Henry. Way to start getting back at the count. Number 6, Croy Haberstock over there on first, and Brendan Gaff over on second. Dirt ball moves the count to 3-1. Ethan able to go over and grab it, throw it back over to Henry. Score is still 9-2 here in favor of the Columbia City Eagles. Players on first and second with no outs. High in the strike zone, ball 4.
Looks like Brady Schrader is out there starting to warm up his arm just a little bit. Preparing to potentially take over as the pitcher.
Number 9, Mason Young, makes his way to the plate as the Eagles infield comes up around the mound to talk to Henry here, see if they can switch something around here, make sure that no more walks happen, make sure that Columbia City can preserve this lead.
Yep, I was wondering why they took Schrader out, but because he's had a really good game thus far, but seeing as he's starting to warm up a little bit, that answers the question. So we'll see how much longer Neller can keep this going and
Now batting number 9, Mason Young.
Mason Young now steps up to the plate.
Mason, on his last time out, he lined out to shortstop. That caused a double play. First pitch inside.
Ends up being a ball.
So with bases loaded, no outs here, Churubusco has a lot of breathing room to score runs, especially as ball 2 comes in.
Ethan got a fourth here. Make sure he knows that.
On number 9, Mason Young, who is also stationed as cleanup hitter in their lineup. Strike 1.
There it is. Hopefully after getting that one off, he can start to get a little bit more confidence built up. He can start throwing some more strikes.
Yeah, count moves to 2-1 here. Henry looking for a second strike of the count here. rips that one in, and that looked like it should have been a strike, but it bounces out of Ethan's
Shoot.
mitt, and now
Calls
the
it a
count's
ball.
3-1.
Pretty risky territory here, as it looks like one more ball and they'll be sending the guy home.
Oh, strike 2 call.
Beautiful. That's what we need. That moves it to full count. So if Henry can just get number 9 out here, then that'll put us in better position.
So full count here. Henry definitely looking to throw his 3rd strike and at least get an out up on the board now. He rips it in. Ball put into foul territory there as number 9, Mason Young, looks to battle. Bases are still loaded. Henry hasn't tried picking off. And ball 4.
That is a walk. Just like that, the score goes from 9-2 to 9-3 as number 11 makes his way home for the Churubusco Eagles. As number 11 comes in home, 29, Warner Ott makes his way out to the plate and is getting ready to hit. So we will see how this plays out for us.
Number 29, Warner Ott, his last 2 times up to the plate, he's K'd here. So Neller throws one that bounces. It's not being found, but number 6, Roy Haberstock, stays over at third base.
Yeah, it looked like he was really struggling to decide there as number 29, who was there up at the plate, was trying to wave him to come on, but he made the decision to stay at the base, which was probably for the best for him. So
Throw comes in, line drive way out into.
Oh, and it drops, sending home 1, 2 of the Churubusco Eagles, 6 and 8. Croy Haberstock and Wyatt Marks both make their way home, making it now a 9-5 lead by the Columbia City Eagles. So. Number 3, Ethan Hartsock now steps up to the plate. Bases are no longer loaded, but we do still have 2 in scoring position at 2nd and 3rd. So a walk would at least not score anybody at this point. That first pitch was strike 1. That has to be a bit of a relief for Henry Neller up there. So still 0 outs. Oh.
Hit over to third base side. Coleman Clark takes it, throws it first.
Oh.
Called safe as it pulled Kreider off the bag, and Kreider tried to get the tag as he caught it.
Yeah. During all that, number 19, Jaden Dunham, made his way home to get the Churubusco Eagles another run, putting them at a 6-9 score run at this point. Number 25, Brant Skinner, now steps up to the plate, looking to possibly send some more guys home with somebody at 1st and 2nd. That first pitch was a ball. Brady Schrader out there getting warmed up still. Probably will expect him to come into the game any minute now.
So as we move on to Brant Skinner here, the score moves to 6-9. Still in favor of the Columbia City Eagles.
Oh, swinging strike there.
But it is in danger for Columbia City to lose this lead here with runners on 1st and 2nd. And still no outs on the board for this inning.
And that moves it to a 1-1 count. I'm sorry, a 2-1 count at Eagle Hall.
Seeing if Churubusco walks one more here, Brady Schrader might be on his way out to the mound.
Yeah. And there's a second strike there, making the count 2-2. So if Neller can just strike this guy out, get their first out on the board, that will certainly help out there on the field for the Columbia City Eagles. Oh,
Oh.
there was a swinging strike there for Neller's first strikeout of the evening.
25, Brant Skinner ended up trying to reach way outside for that one.
He did. That almost looked just super awkward for him. Number 22 now steps up to the plate, Luke Brown.
So Luke Brown's last time out, he ended up hitting a 4-3 ground out, I believe, to James Getz last inning.
Oh, he goes to bunt. Oh, Neller
Missed
fumbles
by
the ball,
Neller, throw,
grabs it.
He's called out.
Nice.
All right, so a 1-3 play there off of a bunt. Advanced the runner from second to third, but gave Columbia City their second out, and now number 14, Gavin Hart, steps up to the plate.
It's a good thing Neller got a grip of that ball there real quick and was able to get it over to Devin Kreider for that out. Oh, Neller throws his first pitch with it being a ball. So, Neller winds up and takes pitch for a strike, making it a 1-1 count now. Neller seems to be starting to get a little bit more of a feel for the mound. With
Hit over to
and there it goes.
shortstop.
Oh, catches it.
Fields it and
Kreider.
throws it over to Kreider on a line. That was on a line. Beautiful throw by James Getz
Yes.
and Kreider for the putout.
Wonderful. That retires the top of the top of the 6th inning. They got 4 runs off of Neller there, which is not ideal, but Neller was able to still strike one guy out and keep the Eagles, the Churubusco Eagles, from taking the lead. So
Number 9, Mason Young, back out on the mound there. It's his second inning pitching now. Last inning, he held the Columbia City Eagles to 0 runs, as we had a couple of strikeouts and then a pop out by Landon Iden. But Coleman Clark up next to bat here. His last time out there, he was walked and then was able to score on a double that was hit by none other than Drew Vanderford.
looks like they are warming up here. Clark is starting to swing the bat a couple times, just get a little warmed up. Hopefully we will see some good things.
So it appears, if at any, only a small amount of fielding changes have been made. But I do not believe that they have made any fielding changes.
Yep. So, we are currently at a 9-6 score of runs right now, with a lead still being held by the Columbia City Eagles. So, as Coleman Clark goes to step out there onto the plate, we will see if they can keep it that or at least improve it. The Columbia City Eagles.
So here we are, the bottom of the 6th. The lead has been shrunken down from, it was 7 earlier, now down to 3. Columbia City looking to extend that lead here, at least preserve it somewhat, as Coleman Clark takes first pitch ball.
First ball there, yeah. So
Coleman definitely looking to get on base, because the few times that he has takes second pitch strike there. Vandy has hit him home on 2 doubles here. So Coleman definitely looking to get on base to use Vandy's incredible power hitting this game to his advantage.
Oh, and ball 2 for Clark. Making it a 2-1 count at the moment.
From the stretch, Mason throws.
Ooh, ball
Ball
3.
And
Oh.
off throw from Grant Skinner there, but nobody was on base to take advantage of that.
Vanderford over here getting warmed up a little bit. Whoa.
Strike 2 call, full count. Coleman tried to back away from that pitch as it looked like it may have been close to hitting him, but hit the top left corner of the strike zone. So full count here, the deciding pitch, possibly. And
Oh, there it is.
Ball
Ball
4.
4. Clark makes his way to first base as Vanderford steps out here to take the plate.
Now batting, number 11, Drew Vanderford.
So, if Drew is possibly here, able to hit a double of some sort, and Kreider comes up to hit another double, we could possibly score 2 runs in the next 2 batters. Mason looked to pick off Coleman, but didn't throw, and Coleman was able to just go back in standing up.
Yes, Coleman Clark is there ready.
Coleman
And
on
he
his way
goes
down
to
to
take second.
and
Safe.
Brant ended up bobbling the ball behind the plate and was unable to throw down to second.
Beautiful.
Coleman able to
though.
get in there standing up, and the count is 1-0.
Beautiful for Clark there. Oh, the pitcher is now looking back there. Coleman prepared for him to make any move now.
Ooh, strange strike call as that appeared outside, but the catcher was able to frame it so it looked like a strike.
The catcher painted it. Yes.
Count moves to 1-1 here.
Oh,
and
wow.
Vandy slams that into right field. It's
Let's see
over
what
there.
happened.
The right fielder camped
and
under it,
it
and
was
the center
caught.
fielder catches it.
Coleman Clark makes his way to third base, safe there, as Vanderford makes his way off the field, with Columbia City's first out there being Vanderford.
So
23, Devin Kreider now steps out up to the plate. Let's see if he can send Coleman home. Okay. Getting prepared to make that hit. Let's see what we can do here.
taking a look at that last play, it was
Going in for the
Kreider
bunt.
bunts. He's on his way.
Oh! And Clark
And he makes it!
safe. Wow.
So Kreider lays down a short bunt, and he was able to run over to first as the pitcher picked it up.
Yes.
Oh,
and
they're calling him out.
wow.
They're calling him out for being out of the baseline.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
They
That was unexpected. Oh, and coaches are coming out now to talk with the ref. Coach Bell not seeming very impressed with this call, that's for sure.
So what happened is
Wow.
Kreider was able to lay down a short bunt and was on his way to first that would have scored Coleman Clark, but Coleman even making his way back out to third, and they are calling Kreider out for being out of the baseline or maybe obstruction in some way.
Bummer.
But yeah.
Everybody out there is looking a little bit confused. So as Devin Kreider makes his way back into the dugout, Ethan Patrick, number 3, makes his way up to the plate in hopes that maybe he will get the opportunity to send home Coleman Clark. With that first pitch being ball 1. So that moves the count to 1-0 with 2 outs now. Oh, ball 2 there. That one was real far out there to the right, so. See what we can do here. Coleman Clark is starting to get a lead off of third there as Ethan takes his third ball, making the count 3-0 still.
I'm still trying to grasp my head on the last call. It looked like when the catcher threw it down there, it bounced off of Kreider, and maybe that's what they're calling the out of the baseline on. Is maybe
Oh, wow.
that Kreider seems
And just
so
like
far
that,
out of the
4
baseline
balls
of
in a
obstruction.
row walks Ethan Patrick as he goes to take second base, slides in,
They called him
and
out.
they call him out. Bummer. That is sending Coleman Clark and Ethan Patrick back into the dugout.
It appeared to me that he was safe, and he actually overslid the bag where the second baseman could have caught him. But
Definitely had 2 very close outs there in that inning. So, not quite what we wanted to see for the Columbia City Eagles, but that is okay. They still got out there and tried their best. So now we can see Coach Bell still going up there talking with the ref, still not very impressed by that call that he made.
number 18, Brady Schrader, out on the mound now.
Yep,
A pitching change that they made in fear of
More
Henry
runs.
Neller throwing any more walks and scoring more runs. So
and with another pitching change, we also see Eli Platt going out there to warm up Schrader.
He's actually walking back in because one of Schrader's balls bounced up into his chest and ended up hitting him. But
so
Patrick now jogging his way out there.
So hopefully we can see a little bit better of some pitches here from Schrader.
Substitution at second base, number 20, the freshman Trey Deckman, now playing at second base. I don't think anybody else has been substituted in or out.
So Brady had his home run this game and now is out here on the pitcher's mound. So just big hopes here that Schrader can show off his arm a little bit and really take away some good things from today's game.
Yeah, so he just said it. 20 for 12 is right.
That's Trey Deckman at second base.
So as we get ready to head into this new inning, number 11 for the Churubusco Eagles, Brennan Gaff starts to get ready as he will be the first batter at the top of the 7th.
Brennan Gaff on his last time up to the plate was able to get a double on an error by the third baseman. That was when Coleman Clark ended up throwing over to first base, but it ended up bouncing too early, and Kreider was not able to get out and reach it, and Brennan was able to make his way over to second base.
So.
And he even scored to home on a walk that was made by Mason Young.
Okay, so as we start to get into the 7th inning, number 11, Brennan Gaff, steps up to the plate as Ethan Patrick makes his way back to his spot right behind the home plate here. And Brady Schrader gets ready to make his first pitch of the evening. With the looks of it, pitch number 1 is going to be a ball, as it was a little bit off out there to the right. So,
with his first pitch being outside, it's not looking good, but his second pitch called strike.
Perfect. Making the count 1-1. which is exactly what we wanted to see from Brady here.
Yeah, his first pitch seemed something like an off speed or something with movement, but his second and third pitches were both fastballs.
Wow.
That one
Second
fouled way
way.
up into the air over
yeah.
the booth.
Loving that
Yeah,
little
so
movement there, Zayden.
Brady throws,
takes that
knocked
one.
over to shortstop, gets able to pick it up and throw it to
And
Kreider for the out.
Number 11 heads his way back into the dugout. Beautiful play there.
Yes, beautiful 6-3 play there by James Getz, able to pick it up and throw it over to Kreider.
Yep. So now as number 11, Brennan Gaff, heads back into the dugout, number 6, Croy Haberstock steps out to the plate.
Haberstock
and
fouls it way
that sucker
up,
right off.
and it falls harmlessly onto the
Little
pavement.
Over by the bleachers. So they're making that strike 1. So now, next pitch.
Strike 2 from Brady Schrader.
Beautiful.
It was low and on that outside corner there.
Schrader is really helping us out here, the Columbia City Eagles, here with these pitches, that's for sure.
Oh,
and
hits him.
Decks him in the shoulder. Number 6 makes his way to first base there.
He kind of leaned into that one. I don't think he leaned in enough to lean in over the plate, but he kind of leaned into that one, not trying to get out of the way.
Right.
Wyatt Marks up to the plate now with Croy Haberstock, however you say it, on first. And Brady throws a fastball. Oh!
James Getz goes to pick that up, misses it, and allows number 6 to make his way to second base as number 8 makes his way to first. Still with just 1 out. So, a little bit of a faulty play there as Ethan Patrick goes up to the mound to hopefully give Schrader a little bit of a pep talk as he just kind of got into a sticky situation here.
It's unfortunately Schrader that doesn't need the pep talk. It's the rest of the team right now.
Right.
As Schrader only hit that first guy, but Schrader's been pitching well so far. It was Henry that kind of hit on a bump. Ball way up into the air over the first base side.
Yep, and
Kreider
caught
catches
by
it.
Kreider, sending 9 back to the dugout. So that puts us at 2 outs now, still with somebody on second base and first base. So
Number 29, Warner Ott.
number 29, Warner Ott, now steps out to the plate in hopes that Schrader can retire him from this
Warner
game.
was the starting pitcher, and he clicks at a foul ball there, but Warner was the starting pitcher for Churubusco here, and now he's been playing first base so far. His last time out there, he hit a double to left center.
Warner had to move out of the way there a little bit as Schrader's ball was coming in the low left.
Yeah, Ethan Patrick able to slide in over to knock it down.
Oh, and swinging.
Foul tip.
Oh, okay, swinging strike there. So making it a 1-2 count with 2 outs. So just 1 more strike from Schrader, and we can put this inning to an end. Well, actually, that'd be a game, would it not?
It would be. Columbia City would not have to bat again if no
they
points
would not.
or no runs are scored.
Right, and that is
swing and a miss.
it.
Foul tip.
Foul tip. Okay, never
Called
mind.
foul tip.
So, that is fine. Just 1 more pitch from Schrader here. Things are looking pretty good for Columbia City at the moment. So, I
And
have
here
full confidence that
we
Schrader can pull this
go.
off. Oh, making that a ball 2 with
ball,
a 2-2 count now.
up and outside.
That
yes.
is just fine.
Warner Ott here trying his hardest to
Oh, and there it is.
swings at a way too high one.
Beautiful.
And that is the end of the game.
Way to go as Brady Schrader just finished off the Churubusco Eagles. Wow. Overall, that was a pretty good game, I'd say. Schrader had quite the game with his home run, first one of the season for the Eagles, and then being able to finish off the Churubusco Eagles here in the end. Overall, pretty impressive game from the Columbia City Eagles.
So, taking a look here at some of the plays that have happened and stuff like that. So, Brandon Gaff for Churubusco. He was the shortstop for a while there. I think he actually stayed the shortstop throughout the game. His batting goes ground out 5-3, so he ground out to third base. He hit a single to center field, but was caught stealing by Platt on a play. He got a double on an error by the third baseman, Coleman Clark, and then scored home on a walk that time around. And then he hit a shortstop ground out. Shortstop ground out for his last hit. Corey Haberstock was K'd by curveballs twice from number 9 Grayson Bradbury, and then he was walked at his third plate appearance and then scored on a double. And then on his final plate appearance, he got hit by pitch. Wyatt Marks, the third baseman, he got K'd on his first plate appearance, walked on his second and stole second, but was out on a line-out double play that was hit by number 9 Mason Young, who lined out to the shortstop, and Coleman Clark was able to just turn it over to James Getz and get the double play. He was also walked and scored on that same double that Corey Haberstock scored on, and then he had a single on an E6 to the shortstop. Number 9, Mason Young, he hit a line drive to start off the game and advances to third on a failed pickoff, and then stole home after Eli Platt tried to throw down to second to get the guy that was stealing out, and was Churubusco's only run for like 3 innings there. But after that, he lined out to shortstop, that play that I talked about earlier. Then he walked and scored on a single that Ethan Hartsock hit, and then he popped out to first base on his last plate appearance. Warner Ott K'd his first 2 plate appearances and then hit a double to left center that would have gone in between. That would be Keegan Spencer and Landon Iden that was out there. And then he swung at a high pitch to end the game. After that, just impressive performance by Brady Schrader. Ethan Hartsock, he got walked and stole second, and then advanced on a sac ground ball, but was left out on the field after Brant Skinner hit a 4-3 ground out. Ethan Hartsock was also walked his second plate appearance and was able to steal second and advanced on a failed pickoff and then got home on a sac ground out. And then finally he hit a single and then advanced on a bunt. Brant Skinner, the catcher for all of the night, he hit a 4-3 ground out play, then hit a fly out to left field, and then K'd on his last plate appearance. Luke Brown was K'd by one of the curveballs that Bradbury threw, and then hit a 4-3 ground out and then a 1-3 bunt out. And Gavin Hart, the designated hitter, ground outed to first base, where Devin Kreider was able to pick up the ball, walk it over to first, and then he hit a 5-3 ground out and a 6-3 ground out, both to the third baseman and shortstop, which would have been Coleman Clark and James Getz, those 2 times around. Now over to CC. Getz was safe on a shortstop error and then advanced on a hit by pitch that Bradbury was hit by, and then stole on a pass ball and was able to score. And then for Getz' second plate appearance, he hit a 6-3 ground ball and then K'd on an outside pitch and then hit a 5-3 ground out. Bradbury went on to get hit by a pitch, stole on a pass ball, and made it to third on a walk and then scored on a double that Drew Vanderford hit. On his second plate appearance, he hit it to the first baseman and was tagged out. On his third plate appearance, he hit a 4-3 ground out and then was walked and stole on a pass ball. Schrader walked. He made it to second on another walk and then scored on the Drew Vanderford double. He flew out to center and then hit his colossal home run, and then was hit by pitch on his last plate appearance. Landon Iden was Cade his first at bat. He hit a fly ball error by the right fielder and was able to hit a double on that. He advances on one of the errors that was made and was home on a failed catcher throwdown. And then a triple off the center fielder error that happened later in the game, and then was home on another double that was hit. And then for his final plate appearance, he popped out to third base. Coleman Clark was able to walk on his first plate appearance and scored on the Vanderford double, safe on an error by the first baseman, and steals second and third on a failed catcher throwdown. He was walked on his third plate appearance and was home on a double, and then was walked again on his final plate appearance. Vanderford hit a double and made it to third on a ground ball. Hit by pitch and stole second on his second plate appearance, and then was able to steal second. He then hit another double on his third plate appearance and then flew out over to the right center field, where the center fielder actually caught it instead of the right fielder that was initially camped under it. Kreider, the first baseman, hit a ground out 4-3, hit a pop out, then got Cade on an outside pitch, and then was called out on obstruction. That was just a messed up play to begin with, and we don't talk about it. Number 3, Ethan Patrick was able to come in at one point and got walked, but as he rounded first base, he tried to steal second and ended up getting caught, where I thought he was safe, but Blue called him out. Platt, the catcher, he was walked on his first plate appearance, and then Zach Berry courtesy ran for him, and Zach was able to steal second. Then he hit a 5-3 ground out, a 6-3 ground out, and Keegan Spencer Cade walked and then Cade. So that was all the plate appearances that Columbia City had. So overall, the final score was 9-6 there, and it was a very good game played by Columbia City. Just when Henry Neller went in, it was unfortunate that he walked a few players, and then players started hitting off of him. And
Yep, but certainly not the end of the world, that's for sure.
no, it wasn't, and they were able to score 4 runs off of that inning, and it cut down Columbia City's lead from 7-3. But Columbia City was able to put Brady Schrader in, who was able to turn it around and kept that lead preserved.
Yep, so overall, pretty good game there from the Columbia City Eagles. A great way to continue to start this season now with 2 wins here at home. So, thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next home game here in a couple weeks. So,
Yes, thank
That
you
is
to all the people back at the station. Jonathan Peters, Vincent Park, Lexi Harder, Zeke Rudia, Levi, and if anybody else I forgot. But I'm Zayden McKenzie saying good night from my broadcast partner, Emma Ulrey, telling you the final score, 9-6 in favor of your Columbia City Eagles. Good night, everyone.